Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 2009-10 hockey season replay on the channel. Today we are at Crypto.com Arena and a game of Strat-O-Matic Hockey between the San Jose Sharks and the Los Angeles Kings. Now I will give you guys a heads up that I am watching something with my car, so if I have to stop and go, if I stop and go silent for a little bit, I'm dealing with that. If we have to break early, I will give you guys a heads up about that as well. Just going to check the camera, make sure things look good there. So I've got my phone very close. I've got my phone close by. I'm keeping an eye on that. So like I said, that's what's going on here. But for now, I need to get the rest of the blocks out for the game because I didn't put those when I was setting up earlier this morning. And we need our two D6s. I was a little bit distracted this morning with some of the things I was dealing with. So just going to finish up a little bit of setup. Those will go in the tower. And it looks like we can just barely see the tower. We'll use that as the puck. Both teams are going to start on 2 and 2. 2 offense, 2 forecheckers. We are all set for this one, so let's jump in. Centers are +3 and a +1. So faceoffs are +2 to San Jose. That is a 15 on a +2 faceoff. Inferior left wing, so that'll be over to Smith, and we are underway here at Crypto.com Arena. Opponent defense 3, looking at Heatley. That's an inside shot for the right wing. Brown he's going to let the inside shot. Murray's going to let the inside shot go. Actually, no, that's opponent. Marlowe is actually going to try to intimidate. What am I doing? He will take the puck away, but there's a possible penalty on Marlowe. He's a penalty of a D. So a 1 to 15, there is no penalty. That's a 2. There will be no penalty. Marlowe with the puck for the Sharks. Opponent defense 9. That's Brown we're looking at. Defense 9 takes the puck away, has an outside shot only. Brown's going to let that one go. On an outside shot of 5, that'll be a save and over to the defensive left wing. So back over to Marlowe. And that's the one thing I'm not completely warm to about this layout is having to reach over for the puck. Marlowe with it for the Sharks. Looking at home, opponent defense 5. And opponent defense 5, outside shot for the right wing. So that'll be over to Heatley. Heatley is going to try to... Is he going to try to penetrate here? I don't think so. No, he's not going to try to penetrate, but he will try to make a pass. Going to be against even strength. He'll lose the puck over to Smith. Smith with it for the Kings. And lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. So that's Heatley with an outside shot. As we're early in this first period, boxcars would be a goal if they were on the power play, but they're not. So instead, Quick will get that one. He'll freeze it for the faceoff. Faceoffs are still +2 to San Jose. That's an 8 on a +2. Superior right wings. That'll go over to Heatley, and we're off once again. Heatley with it for the Sharks. Inside shot for any player. He'll give that over to... Actually, he's going to take that himself. Smith will try to intimidate. Actually, he's a C. He's going to let the inside shot go. Inside shot for Heatley on a 7 is going to be a save made by Quick and over to the defensive right defenseman. That's Doughty. Doughty with it for the Kings. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Uh-oh. The center's away. Thornton's all alone. Thornton's got it. He's in on Quick. He lets the shot go from the slot. And a 6. That's a goalie rating on Quick. 3, 7, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 4. Save made by Quick on a huge breakaway. And he'll cover that one, take no chances with it. And that'll be a face-off. Arena groans. Ugh. Next face-off coming to the right of Quick. That was a very close play. Superior right defenseman. That'll go over to Boyle. And we will be off. Boyle with it now. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right defenseman. Over to Doughty with it. Doughty with an outside shot. He's going to let that one fly from the point. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to the defensive center, over to Thornton. Thornton with it. He'll lose that back over to Kopitar. Kopitar with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 5. Thornton, outside shot for the left wing. That's Smith. Smith's going to try to make a pass. Lose the puck. Murray with control for the Sharks. Murray's got it. He'll lose that over to Doughty. And we've got a forwards line change. Just going to deal with the line change here. And then Doughty will have the puck for the Kings. Doughty with the puck for the Kings. Passing F for Doughty. Passing F will be an outside shot for the left wing. Frolov with it. He is going to try to make a pass. Lose the puck. Defensive left wing over to Klo with control for the Sharks. Klo's got it. Lose the puck. Inside shot for any player. That was a really bad play. The Kings are going to give that one over to Frolov, though. Intimidation by the opponent. Setaguchi is going to try to intimidate. Intimidation is a 3. Setaguchi will take the puck away. He's got it for the Sharks. Passing E for Setaguchi will be an outside shot for Pavelski. Pavelski will try to make a pass. Passing K will be an inside shot for the left wing. Klo with an inside shot on Quick. He gets into the slot. He's going to let it go. That's an inside shot, a 5 for Klo. Save made by Quick and over to the defensive left wing. So that's back over to Frolov with it. Frolov with it for the Kings. Passing D for Frolov. That'll be an inside shot for Stoll. Pavelski can try to intimidate, and he will. That's a 12. Pavelski will take the puck away. Pavelski has it for San Jose. Opponent defense 8, looking at Stoll. He'll take the puck away, have an outside shot only. Stoll will let this one go from the point. That's a 6. Save made by Nabokov and over to Boyle. We've got a defensive line change coming up. And that's Blake with the puck coming off with it now. Blake on for the Sharks. Inside shot for any player. Opponent can try to intimidate. He will give that inside shot up to... He'll give it up to Klo, actually. Simmons is going to let this one go. So Klo with the inside shot on Quick. That's a 7. That's a save made by Quick. And over to the defensive center, over to Stoll. Stoll with it. Looking at passing E. That's an outside shot for the left wing. Frolov with it. He's going to try to make a pass. Inside shot right back to Stoll. He's going to take the inside shot. He's going to let this one go. That's a 7 on an inside shot. That's a goalie rating on Nabokov. 3, 7, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 10. Save made by Nabokov. Makes a great save, and he'll give that over to Blake. Blake with it for the Sharks. Opponent defense 1. And O'Donnell will take the puck away. He'll have an inside shot. Blake is going to let the inside shot go. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to the defensive left wing. Back over to Klo. Klo with it for the Sharks. Inside shot for any player. Opponent to try to intimidate. Klo will give that inside shot to Pavelski, but Stoll will try to intimidate. Opponent fails to take away the puck and a possible penalty. We'll resolve the inside shot first. Then we'll check on the penalty. Actually, let's get the... Let's resolve the shot first, then we'll check the penalty. So shot first, that's a snake eyes. That's a save over to the defensive right wing, but we'll check the penalty on Stoll first. And a 14 is no penalty, so that'll go over to the defensive right wing. That's over to Simmons. Simmons with it now for the Sharks, or for the Kings. Looking at opponent defense 11. That is Klo, defense 11. Possible penalty on Klo. He's a B rating. B is a 1 to 9 no penalty. That is a 9, so that's just barely no penalty. And what did we say? Possible penalty, okay. So that's just going to be a stoppage of play, and we'll have a face-off. but we'll have a forwards line change before we go any further. Face-off coming back out to center ice. And our forwards line change is all straightened out here. Face-offs are now +1 to San Jose. That's a 19. And a 19 will be the inferior left wing. That'll be over to Richardson, and we're off. Opponent defense 3 over to Ortmeyer. Defense 3 will be an inside shot for the right wing. That's Williams. Left defenseman is Vlasic. He could try to intimidate, but he's going to let the inside shot go. Oop, hang on. That light still does not want to stay on. There we go. That's an 8. Come on. Seriously? The right side light, this light over here is not... Why are you not staying on today? Okay, where were we? Oh, yes. An 8 on the inside shot. That's a save and a rebound chance. Rebound, defensive left wing, if defensive rating 2 or more. And Malhotra is a 2, so he will have control of the puck. Malhotra with it for San Jose. Lose the puck, outside shot only for the left defenseman. So that'll be O'Donnell with the outside shot. He's going to let this one go from the point. Stay on. Knock it off. I'm cussing the light, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. This thing does not want to stay on for me. A 6 for O'Donnell on an outside shot. He's going to lose that over to the defensive left wing. Malhotra with it for the Sharks. Malhotra with it, passing E. Outside shot for the right wing. That'll be over to Ortmeyer. He'll try to make a pass. Passing L for Ortmeyer. He's going to lose the puck over to Handzus. Handzus with it for the Sharks, or for the Kings, I should say. Looking at opponent defense 8. And he'll take the puck away. Nickel will take the puck away, have an outside shot only. That's a 7 on an outside shot for Nickel. Save made by Quick, and over to the defensive left wing, back to Richardson. Richardson with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 9. Ortmeyer will take the puck away, outside shot only. Ortmeyer with it for the Sharks. That's a 5 on an outside shot. That's a goalie rating on Quick. And a 5. Save made by Quick. He'll give that over to Richardson. Richardson in the tail end of the first period. Passing F. Lose the puck. Outside shot for the center. Nickel is going to try to make a pass. Passing L for Nickel. Passing L for Nickel. He'll lose the puck over to the right wing, over to Williams. Williams with it as we're nearing the end of the first period. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. Ortmeyer with an outside shot. He'll let that one go as the die goes sailing on me. That's a 4 for Ortmeyer. He'll lose that over to the defensive right wing. Back over to Williams. Williams with it. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Uh-oh. Left defenseman, that is Vlasic. He's in alone on Quick. That's a snake eyes. And lose it over to the defensive right defenseman. A great play by Green to stop the possible breakaway. Another possible breakaway, this one for the Kings. And now it's O'Donnell who's away. He's in on Nabokov. He's alone. That's a 7 on a breakaway. He'll lose that over to the defensive center. Nickel getting back, taking the puck away. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the center. Handzus with the final shot of the period. This one's an outside shot after gaining the zone. A 5. Save and over to the defensive right defenseman. There's the horn to end the first period, and we are scoreless here at the Crypto.com arena after 1. And I will track down my pen. Wait. Got the clipboard over here. So I'm going to reset everything for the second period of this game. See if I can figure out why this downlight isn't wanting to stay on for me. Actually, let me grab one more thing that probably won't help, but it's worth a shot, I think. Let's see here. Okay, that will plug in. Not quite there. Let me see if I can do a little bit of fixing this here. That's that. Let's plug this in here. I don't think I need this. Well, I'm doing a little bit so I can see if this... There we are. Let's see if maybe using an outlet instead of the USB power is going to be any more helpful. Okay, that seems a lot more promising, where it's actually keeping light on this side. Yeah, that's working a lot better now. Oops, hang on. I was about to shuffle the split deck in the wrong, facing the wrong way. All right, just getting the split deck shuffled. I'll turn my attention now to the action deck. Let's find where there you are. I was looking for the block where I had where I had the puck. Actually, no, I think I want that tipped down a little more. There is a little bit of glare with the light bouncing off the scoreboard just so. There's really not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Kind of the price. Well, what I maybe can do here is... Actually, there we go. That just took the glare completely off the light. Off the light that I've got behind my camera. And look at that. My right light on the desk is actually staying on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense. 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, the teams are coming back out from the locker room for the intermission. So we are all just about all set here for the second period of this game. Face-offs are back to being +2 to San Jose. And a 12 on the face-off chart is superior any player. So the Sharks will give that over to... they'll give that over to Heatley. And we are off to the races for the second period of this game. Lose the puck, outside shot only for the left defenseman. So that's over to Scuderi with an outside shot. He's going to let that one go from the point. That's a 12. Save made any player. They'll give that over to Boyle with the Sharks. Sharks with it. Opponent defense 3. Scuderi takes the puck away, has an inside shot. Right defenseman can try to intimidate. Boyle will let the inside shot go. That's a 12. Save made and over to Thornton. Thornton with it for the Sharks. Looking at opponent defense 6. Kopitar 6. Outside shot for the right wing. He'll give that over to Heatley. Heatley will make a pass. We'll try to make a pass. Lose the puck. Defensive left wing. Smith is in control for the Kings. Smith with it. Looking at opponent defense 2. And Heatley will take the puck away and have an outside shot. Heatley letting that one go from the point. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Quick. 3, 7, and 9 are bad numbers. That's a 6. That's a rebound chance. Defensive center, defense rating 2 or more. Kopitar is a 3, so he will have control of the puck on the rebound. Kopitar with it. Opponent defense 3. Thornton will take the puck away, have an outside shot. Thornton's going to let that one go. That's a 5. Save made, and back over to Kopitar. Kopitar with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 1. Thornton will take the puck away with an inside shot. Right wing can try to intimidate. Right wing is Brown. He will try to intimidate. That's a 1. Brown will take the puck away. Brown with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 5. Looking at Marlowe 5. He'll take the puck away. Marlowe with an outside shot. Marlowe is going to let that one go. That's a 6. Save made by Quick, and over to the defensive right defenseman. So that's back over to Doughty. Doughty with the puck for the Kings. Opponent defense 4. Looking at Murray. He'll take the puck away with an inside shot. Left defenseman. Scuderi will not try to... He will try to intimidate. That is Scuderi we're looking at. He'll take the puck away, but a possible penalty. Checking on Scuderi for the penalty. That's a 1. No penalty. So he'll actually take the puck away. Opponent defense 8 looking at Boyle. Boyle will take the puck away with an outside shot only. Boyle's going to let that one go from the point. That's a 4 on an outside shot. That's a goalie rating on Quick. That's a 10. And Quick makes a huge save. He'll glove that one. Make a great save on the glove side, and he'll get that for the face-off. Arena cheers. Yay! Flipping over for a face-off, which is still +2 to San Jose. An 11 on +2 to San Jose. Superior any player. He'll give that over to Heatley, and Heatley is off with it once again. Heatley looking at passing F. Passing F is an outside shot for the left wing. That's over to Marlowe. He will try to... He'll make a pass, will Marlowe. Against even inside shot for the left wing. So he is actually that's over to the right wing. So Heatley with the inside shot. Heatley's going to get that back. He'll have an inside shot as he gains the slot on Quick. That's a 10 on an inside shot. 10. That would be a goal on the power play, but because they're not, Quick makes that save. Bouncing puck, he decides to take no chances with it. He'll smother it, get the face-off. We'll have a forwards line change before we drop the puck. All right, face-offs are even. So we'll get a 17. That sounds like a visitor win on an even face-off. That is a visitor win. That'll go over to the defense, over to the left defenseman. Scuderi with it for the Kings. Passing E for the Kings. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Clough. Clough with the outside shot. That's a 4. That's a goalie rating on Quick. That's a 5. Save made by Quick and over to any forward. They'll give that to Frolov. Frolov with it for the Kings. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Left D, if the breakaway penetration rating is 4, it's a 2, so he'll lose the puck over to Doughty. Doughty with it for the Kings. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. That's Setaguchi. Setaguchi will let that one go. That's a 5. That's a save made by Quick and over to the defensive left wing. So that's back over to Frolov. Frolov with it for the Kings. Lose the puck. Outside shot for any player. They'll give that to Boyle. Intimidation opponent. Scuderi's not going to try to intimidate. Boyle will let that one go from the point. That's a 3. He'll lose that over to the right wing. That's over to Simmons. Simmons with it for the Kings. Possible breakaway. Center, if the breakaway penetration rating is 2 or more. Stoll is a 4. He's in alone on Nabokov. Stoll's got it. Can he put this one home and put the Kings on the board? An 11. No! But Nabokov will make the save, and that'll go over to Pavelski. Just in time for a defensive line change. What a huge play there by Nabokov to preserve a scoreless game. Losing that over to Stoll. Stoll with it now for the Kings. Opponent defense 10. So Pavelski 10. Take the puck away, have an outside shot only. Pavelski's going to let this one go. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Quick. The Sharks have gotten some good chances here. 7. Score! Joe Pavelski gives the Sharks a 1-0 lead here, a little less than halfway through the second period. Arena groans. Ugh. All it takes is one, and we'll flip over a pair of cards to get assists. Any player with a 7, no. Right defenseman, 5, no. Right wing, 4, no. Center is who scored. Left defenseman, 2. Yep, that'll be from Vlasic. And any player in 8, no. Left defense, 4, no. Center scored. Right defenseman, yep, that'll be from Blake. So that'll be Pavelski, from Vlasic, and Blake. And the Sharks now with a 1-0 lead. As we bring everybody back to center ice for the next face-off. Face-offs are still even. An 8 is a home win over to the right wing. That'll go over to Simmons. And we're off once again here in the second period. Kings down 1-0. Passing F for Simmons is going to be an outside shot for the left wing. Frolov is going to try to make a pass. Against even strength, he'll lose that over to Setaguchi. Setaguchi with it for the Sharks. Looking at passing E for Setaguchi. That'll be an outside shot for Pavelski. He is going to make a pass as well. Against the even strength, inside shot for the right wings. That's back over to Setaguchi on an inside shot. Center is not going to try to... Actually, who would be able to intimidate here? Probably just... Oh, never mind. Looks like just an inside shot for Setaguchi. So that's an 11. That would be a goalie rating on the power play, but it's not. Quick smothers that one, gets the face-off. Which face-offs are still even. 20 sounds like a visitor win. That is a visitor win. That's going over to the right wing. That'll go over to Setaguchi once again. And we're off. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. So that'll be Simmons with an outside shot. That's a 7. Lose it to the defensive right wing. So back over to Setaguchi, just in time for a forwards line change. As the Sharks lead here, 1-0. Ortmeyer with the puck now for the Sharks. Opponent defense 7. Richardson 7. He'll take away the puck, but have an outside shot only. Richardson will let that one go after gaining the zone. That's a 3. Save made and over to any player. They'll give that over to Blake. Blake with it for the Sharks. Opponent defense 5. O'Donnell will take the puck away with an outside shot. O'Donnell's going to try to make a pass. Passing L. He'll lose the puck to the left wing. That's up to Malhotra. Malhotra with it for the Sharks. Passing E. For Malhotra is an outside shot for the right wing. That's over to Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer is going to make a pass. Passing J for Ortmeyer is an inside shot right back to Malhotra. Malhotra's got it. He's in the slot. He's going to take the shot. Quick waiting for it. That's an 11. Save made by Quick over to the defensive left wing. That'll go back over to Richardson. Richardson with the puck for the Kings. Passing E. Lose the puck. Outside shot for the left wing. Malhotra is going to try to make a pass. Passing K for Malhotra. That's an inside shot for the right wing. That's over to Ortmeyer with an inside shot. He's going to let that one go. That's a 10 on an inside shot. Save made by Quick over to the defensive left wing, Richardson. Richardson with it for the Kings. He'll lose that back over to Ortmeyer. Ortmeyer looking at passing D. That's an outside shot for Nickel. Nickel's going to try to make a pass. Lose the puck over to the opponent. So he'll lose that puck over to Hanzus. Hanzus with it for the Kings. Inside shot for any player. He'll give that to... He'll take that himself. Nickel is not going to try to not going to try to intimidate, though. Here's the inside shot for Hanzus. 12. He'll lose that back over to Nickel anyway. Nickel with it for the Sharks. Opponent defense 9. Hanzus will take the puck away. Outside shot only. A 6. Save made back over to Nickel. Nickel with it for the Sharks. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right defenseman. That's Green. Green's got it. He's going to let that go from the point. 7. He'll lose that back over to the right wing. Back over to Ortmeyer. Last card of the period. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Left defenseman. O'Donnell's in alone on Nabokov. Can he put this one in and tie the game for the Kings? A 7. No. He'll lose that over to Nickel. That's the end of the second period. The only scoring was the goal by Pavelski, as the Sharks now hold a 1-0 lead after 2 periods. We'll get set for the third period of this game, as it has been a good one here at Crypto.com Arena for a little Thursday morning hockey. Later this afternoon, we will be over at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, as we pay a visit to the historical Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks, and they will be hosting the Colorado Avalanche. That should be a good one later today. Blackhawks, Avalanche. Before that, though, we've got the third period of this game, and then final score hockey to go through. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's remember to move that block as the puck back to center ice. Because that's where the teams are coming after second intermission. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Thursday morning hockey. Okay. Face-offs are now back to +2 San Jose. As far as the Sharks are concerned, all is as it should be. Let's see if that holds true with the face-off. An 8 sounds very much like a superior win. And +2, that is a superior win. That'll go to the superior right wing, so over to Heatley. And we're off to start the third period of this game. Passing E for Heatley is going to be an outside shot for Thornton. Thornton's going to try to make a pass. Against E, inside shot for the right wing. That's over to Heatley. Heatley with the inside shot. He gets it back from Thornton in the slot. Here's the shot. 7. That's a goalie rating on Quick. Yeah, actually. An 11. Save made by Quick and over to any defensive player. He'll give that over to Smith. Smith with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 8. Heatley looking at defense 8. He'll take the puck away with an outside shot only. Heatley's going to let that one go from the point. 7. That's going to be a save made and over to the defensive right defenseman. So over to Doughty. Doughty with it for the Kings. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the left wing. Over to Marlowe for an outside shot. A 6 on an outside shot. Save made by Marlowe, or made by Quick, over to Doughty. Defensive right defenseman. Doughty with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 1. Murray will take the puck away with an inside shot. Doughty is not going to intimidate. He's going to let the inside shot go. 7 on an inside shot. That'll get lost over to the right wing, over to Brown. Brown with it. Let's see, opponent defense 4. As we look at Marlowe, he'll take the puck away with an inside shot. Right defenseman can try to intimidate. That is Doughty. He's not going to try to intimidate. Marlowe's going to let the inside shot go. That's an 11 on an inside shot. And that'll be a save and back over to Doughty. Doughty with the puck for the Kings. Kings trying to tie this game. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the center. Thornton's going to let that one fly. A 4 on an outside shot. Save made, and they'll give that over to Kopitar. Kopitar with it for the Kings. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Heatley. Heatley with the outside shot. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Quick. That's a 3. Goal on a 1-17, and score! Danny Heatley giving the Sharks a 2-0 lead. Arena groans. Ugh. And we'll flip over a couple cards to try to find assists on that goal. Let's see. Any player 9, no. Right wing is who scored. Goalie 4, no. Left wing 2. That'll be from Marlowe. And okay. Any player 6, right wings who scored. Left wing already has an assist. Center Thornton. So that'll be Heatley from Marlowe and Thornton. As the Sharks now open up a 2-0 lead here in the third period of this game. Kings are rapidly running out of time for this one. Faceoffs are +2 to San Jose. An 18, though, sounds like an inferior win. That is over to the inferior right defenseman. And I just realized I don't have my drink in here somehow, so I will be right back before we get off to the races once again. Realized I didn't have it as soon as I was looking for it. Right, we're over to Doughty, and we're off. Opponent defense 2. Murray takes the puck away, has an inside shot. Left defenseman is not going to try to intimidate. Actually, he is going to... no, he's not going to try to intimidate. That's a 7. He'll lose that over to the right wing, over to Brown. Brown with it for the Kings. Opponent defense 6. Marlowe will take the puck away with an outside shot. Marlowe is going to try to make a pass, though. Passing K for Marlowe. There's going to be an inside shot for the right wing. So that's over once I find the block to Heatley for an inside shot. That's a 7 on an inside shot. That's a goalie rating on Quick. That's a 5. Save made by Quick on a huge stop. That'll go over to any forward. He'll give that over to Smith. Smith with it now for the Kings. passing F is going to be an outside shot for Kopitar. Kopitar is going to try to penetrate, I think. 4 against a 3. He is going to try to penetrate. That's an 18. He'll lose the puck over to Thornton just in time for a forwards line change. All right, that's Pavelski with the puck coming off the line change. Opponent defense 7 looking at Stoll. He'll take the puck away, outside shot only. Kings are down by 2 here. They've got to do something. That's an outside shot, 11. Save made and over to Boyle, defensive right defenseman. Boyle with it, opponent defense 1. Scuderi will take the puck away with an inside shot. Boyle is going to try to intimidate. He'll take the puck away, but a possible power play. And an 11, no power play. Boyle with a disciplined play to take the puck away. Opponent defense 10. Scuderi will take the puck away, outside shot only. That's an 11. Save made and back over to Boyle. Boyle with it, looking at opponent defense 6. Scuderi will take the puck away with an outside shot. He's going to try to make a pass. And he'll lose the puck back over to Boyle. Boyle with it for the Sharks. Inside shot for any player. Opponent can try to intimidate. He'll give the inside shot to Pavelski. And Stoll will try to... Stoll will not try to intimidate. He's going to let the inside shot go. That's a 5. That'll be a save made by Quick. And over to the defensive right wing, Simmons. Just in time for a defensive line change. All right, so Simmons with the puck now for the Kings, as ID Jester now joins us here at Crypto.com Arena. Opponent defense 5, looking up at Klo. That'll be an outside shot for Stoll. He is going to try to make a pass. Against even strength, lose the puck back over to Pavelski. Pavelski for the Sharks, lose the puck, outside shot only for the right defenseman. Green will let the outside shot go. Snake Eyes, that's a goal on a 1-7. We'll get a split. That is a 7 score. The LA Kings finally get on the board here in the third period as Green puts it in the net for the Kings as they now draw within 1. We'll get some assists. Any player 9, no. Left wing 5, no. Center 4. That is actually going to be Simmons. Actually, no, that's Green from Stoll. And Frolov. As the Kings now draw within 1. And yes, Jester, I am off today. I'm actually getting my car looked at before I go to Gen Con later this month. I want to make sure there are no surprises with it today. Not off because of company. Company is going to be off tomorrow. But, like I said, I'm off today getting the car looked at. And you're just in time to see the third period of this game as we are a little bit past the halfway point. Actually, no, we're not. Actually, I think we are a little past the halfway point, but now we are within 1. Face-offs are even right now. 17 sounds like a visitor win. And it is indeed. That's over to the visiting left defenseman. So that's over to Vlasic, and we're off. Looking at it, losing the puck and a possible breakaway. Let's see who's got the breakaway. Left defenseman, if the penetration is 4, it is 1. So that'll be Blake in control of the puck as he shuts down the breakaway. Opponent defense 9 for O'Donnell. That's a penalty on Blake, or on O'Donnell. So we'll flip over 3 cards for the power play. 1 with a forwards line change. 2, 3. Let's go ahead and deal with that forwards line change. And we'll see what kind of power play we have momentarily. Okay. Bring this back over nice and close. We have a 13 power play. If one or more 4-rated defensive players, we do have at least one 4-rated defensive player. So we're going to have quite a few shots. We still have a few shots here. Let's see, we have an outside shot for the left wing, so that'll be up to Malhotra. I'm going to pull this card for the time being so I know what power play I'm looking at. So that's an outside shot for Malhotra. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. And defensive left wing, if defense rating 3 or more. Defensive left wing is Richardson. His defense is a 3. So that... What am I using for quick scores? I'm using Final Score Hockey by Downey Games as my ticker for this one. Where was I? Oh, yes. Outside shot for the center. So that is over to Nickel with an outside shot. That's a 10, and that's a save over to the defensive left defenseman. Outside shot for any player. They will give that one to Vlasic. Vlasic will take this outside shot. That's a boxcars. That's a goalie rating on quick. That's a 6. That's a rebound chance. Offensive left wing, if offense rating 3 or more. Malhotra is a 3, so he's got a rebound shot. 5 is a save made finally by Quick. Let's see. Inside shot for the right wing. So that's back down to Ortmeyer for an inside shot. That's a 6. That'll be a save. And inside shot for anybody. Inside shot here is going to be taken. They're going to go back to Vlasic with it again. Vlasic gaining the slot. He'll take the inside shot. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defensive right defenseman, if defense rating 2 or more. Green is a 5, so he will definitely put the kibosh on the power play for the Kings. He'll put the kibosh on the Sharks' power play, as they can't do anything with it. We are definitely near the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are near the tail end of the third period, though. Just going to check my phone real quick. It hasn't started buzzing on me yet, so I'm assuming nothing's going crazy there. Face-offs are +1 to San Jose. 16 sure sounds like an inferior win to me. Yep, that's an inferior win. That's over to Williams, and we're off once again now that the penalty is over. Lose it over to the opponent. He'll lose it over to Malhotra. Let's get the block actually up there, Phoenix. There we go. Malhotra with the puck for the Sharks, and flip over the right card while you're at it. Opponent defense 2. Williams will take the puck away. He'll have an outside shot. Williams is going to try to make a pass. Passing L. Inside shot for anybody. He'll give that one to... He'll give that to Richardson as the Kings are looking to tie the game. 3. Save made by Nabokov and over to Blake. Blake with it. Passing D. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Hanzus. Hanzus is going to try to make a pass. Passing J for Hanzus is an inside shot for Williams. Williams lets that one go. 10 is a save made and back over to Blake. Blake with it for the Sharks. Passing F for Blake. Outside shot for the left wing. Malhotra is going to try to make a pass. Lose the puck. Defensive left wing has control. That'll go over to Richardson. Richardson with it for the Sharks, or for the Kings. Opponent defense 9. Looking at Ortmeyer on a defense 9. He'll take the puck away. Outside shot only. That's a 12. That'll be a save made and over the defensive center. That's up to Hanzus. Running out of time here are the Kings. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right defenseman. Blake's going to let that one go from the point. That's a 7. Save made over to the defensive center, Hanzus. Quick is on his way out. We'll get the extra attacker in for the Kings. Kopitar is going to step on. And I've got to double check how the extra attacker works. So bear with me just a second. Let's see. Okay, the team with the extra skater refers to the power play section of the deck. Okay, power play rating. Right. Okay, power play outside shot only for the left defenseman. So that's over to O'Donnell with an outside shot. A 7, he'll lose that over to the defensive left defenseman, Vlasic. And how do shorthanded? How does a shorthanded? Oh, there's a separate section for shorthanded. Passing L for Vlasic is going to lose the puck to the left wing. That's over to Richardson. My lousy goal horn announces the end of this game as the Sharks pick this one up by a final score of 2-1, sending the home crowd here at the... God bless it. Sending the home crowd here at the Crypto.com Arena home unhappy. Arena groans. Ugh. We, of course, are not quite done yet, as we still have Final Score Hockey to go to check in with the rest of the NHL and see how the rest of it went. So similar to what I did for 1985, Jester, I've divided the season into blocks. You probably stopped over and watched the 2009-10 feature game selection show, where I did the exact same thing I did for 1985 and went through blocked off the season. So we're playing one game per 4 days of hockey, and I'm alternating in terms of the systems between Strat-O-Matic and Inside the Crease. As I mentioned later this afternoon, that you might have missed it. You might have not been here yet for it, but later this afternoon we'll be back to Inside the Crease hockey for the game between the Avalanche and the Blackhawks. And when I play Inside the Crease as part of the replay, I only play the third period. And too bad LA didn't win. I know you're a big Kings fan, so you're probably not happy that the crowd is leaving the Crypto.com Arena here a bit unhappy. But don't yell at me for that one. That's how the cards and dice fell on this one. Come on. Also, with using Downey Games as the new scoreboard looks good. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's also going to make tracking shootouts so much easier, because I was trying to do it in my head for a couple of the games that I had shootouts for last night. But I was like, why? I can just use the score. I'm at the point now where I can just use the scoreboard to track my shootout results. I'll show you how that works, assuming we have a shootout during final score. Let's see, I don't think I need that. Okay. So let me get this all set for any shootouts that I might need it for. There we go. Okay, pressure chart. I'm just getting my charts out so I can lay them out as I need them. Here we go. Okay. We are all set here for Final Score Hockey. So the Sharks won this game by a final score of 2-1. But let's see how the rest of the NHL fared, as we are looking at October 6th, 2009. Lightning and the Hurricanes. Wow, those are some pretty crappy rolls. Lightning, G11. That sure sounds like a goose egg to me. That is a goose egg. Hurricanes, H12, aren't much better, but that's enough for 1. And a pressure situation for the Lightning. Lightning are an E on pressure. Yep, come on. Get in the tower. An E31 is most definitely not going to get it done, so the Hurricanes will take that one by a final score of 1-0. Canadiens and the Flames. Canadiens, G15. G15, that is 1. Flames, I33. That is 3. And the Flames will take that one by a final score of 3-1. Stars and the Oilers. Stars, I36 is 3. Oilers, F46. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. First, for the Stars. Both teams are... both teams are E on pressure. An E11 is definitely not going to get it done. Neither will an E43. So that brings us to overtime, where the Oilers get a chance at winning the game first. Oilers with an F32 is not going to get it done. That's an I36 for the Stars. That won't get it done either, so now we go to the shootout. And this is where the scoreboard is going to come into play. Round 1 of this shootout. Both teams get a roll on the shootout chart for round 1. Stars on the shootout are a D51. D51 will score for the Stars. Oilers as a D35, however, will not. Round 2 of the shootout. Stars on a D33 won't score. Neither will the Oilers, though, on a D16. Round 3. If the Stars score here, it's over, but not yet. Round 3. Neither a D33 nor a D11 will score. So now the Oilers have to score here, or the game's over. Or if the Stars score here, it's over. Neither team will on a D16. So actually we go to round 5 of the shootout, where the Oilers now have to score. Now we're in the same situation now in round 5. An E55 will score, as will an E54, but that'll be too late, as the Stars will take that one by a final score of 4-3 in the shootout. Ducks and the Wild. I'm going to adjust that down. And now we'll see how the Ducks and the Wild get on. Ducks are an I65. Wow, that's 5 spot. Actually, hold it. 5. Wild, G11. Sounds like a goose egg. That is indeed. The Ducks will take that one 5-0. Capitals and the Flyers. Capitals, M64. That is 7. The Capitals came to play this for sure. Flyers, K44 is 3. Capitals will take that one 7-3. Senators and the Maple Leafs. Senators, H41. That is 3. Oop. Maple Leafs, G45. That is also 3. Pressure situations all around. First up for the Senators. Senators are a C on pressure, but a 25 won't get it done. Maple Leafs are get an E54 on pressure. That also won't get it done, so now we're going to overtime. Maple Leafs get their chance first. A G23 won't get it done. Neither will an H25 most likely for the Senators. Nope. So we have another shootout. Round 1 of a shootout between the Senators and the Maple Leafs. Neither team's going to score on an 11. I won't even bother looking those up. Hold on, I just saw a notification on my phone. Okay, never mind. Nothing related to what I'm dealing with right now. round 2 of the shootout. Maple Leafs probably are going to score on this round of the shootout. Actually, both teams are C's. 21 won't score for the Senators, but a 56 most definitely will for the Maple Leafs, so they score first in the shootout. Round 3. I don't think what did we establish? They're both C's. A C35 won't score, neither will a 41. So we're in round 3, or we're in round 4. If the Maple Leafs score here, it's over. Actually, I think they both score because they're both C's. A 54 for the Senators will score, but the problem is, so will a 62 for the Maple Leafs, and Toronto will win that one by a final score of 4-3 in a shootout. For Christ's sake, I just lost. There we go. Okay. On to October 7th. Coyotes and the Penguins. Coyotes, E31, that is 2. Penguins, O41. O41 is 4. And the Penguins will win that one by a final score of 4-2. Canadiens and the Canucks. Canadiens, E44. E44 is 2. Canucks, P34. P34 is 4. The Canucks will win that one 4-2. On to October 8th. Ducks and the Bruins. Ducks, I-22. I-22 is 2. Oop, I just did it again. Bruins, G16. That is 1. Pressure situation for the Bruins. Bruins with an E35 on pressure. That won't get it done, so the Ducks will take that one by a final score of 2-1. Coyotes and the Sabres. Coyotes, F21. That is 1. Sabres, M22. That is 2. Pressure situation for the Coyotes. Coyotes with a B61. That would score. Sabres are a C52. And we are tied. The Coyotes get the equalizer with the net empty. So now we are going to overtime. What a break for the Coyotes. But the Sabres get a chance to win the game first, which a 62, barring anything crazy, an M62, that will score, and the Sabres will win that one 3-2 in overtime. Blackhawks and the Red Wings. We'll see the Blackhawks later. Blackhawks, K54. K54 is 4. Red Wings are also K. 44 is 3. So we've got a pressure situation for the Red Wings. Red Wings are a C33. That won't get it done. So the Blackhawks will take that one by a final score of 4-3. Flames and the Oilers. Actually, let me reset the scoreboard for shootout just in case I need it again. Flames and the Oilers. Flames, F25, that is 2. Oilers, I52, is 4, and the Oilers take that one 4-2. Wild and the Kings. Wild, E25, that is 1. Kings, K43. K43 is 3. The Kings will take that one 3-1. Avalanche and the Predators. Avalanche, G14, is 1. Predators, J34 is 3. Predators will take that one 3-1. Islanders and the Senators. Islanders, F56 is 3. Senators, F23 is 1. The Islanders will take that game 3-1. Penguins and the Flyers. Penguins, I11 is 0. Flyers, J35 is 3. The Flyers will get that one 3-0. Blue Jackets and the Sharks. Blue Jackets, E41, that is 2. Sharks, K52 is 4. And that's just enough for the Sharks to take that one by a final score of 4-2. Thrashers and the Blues. Thrashers, H42 is 3. Blues, G36, that is 2. Pressure situation for the Blues. Blues are a D on pressure. But a 46 won't get it done, so the Thrashers will take that game 3-2. Devils and the Lightning. Wow, Devils, G66 is 5. Lightning, K11 is 0. And the Devils blow the Lightning out 5-0. Rangers and the Capitals. Rangers, E24, that is 1. Capitals, wow, I need the other sheet for this one. Q62, that is 7. And the Capitals slap the Rangers around 7-1. Panthers and the Hurricanes. Panthers, G45 is 3. Hurricanes, I41 is also 3. Pressure situations all around. First up for the Panthers. Panthers are an E33, which won't score. Neither will an E41 for the Hurricanes. So we are headed to overtime. Hurricanes get their chance to win first. Hurricanes with an I-24 won't get it done. Neither will a G32 for the Panthers, so we have another shootout. Round 1 of the shootout. And both teams are D's on shootout. A 14 won't score for the Panthers. Both teams are D's, yep. But a 64 will score for the Hurricanes. Round 2 of the shootout. Hello, what's this? Hang on. Does need a camera. Oh, for Christ's sake. Does need a camera. Alright, I'm going to give that a little bit of thought before I decide how I want to proceed with it. Anyway, coming back to business, we've got round 2 of the shootout. That is a, what did we say? Both teams were D's. 63 will score for the Panthers, but a 43 will not for the Hurricanes. Round 3. A 41 won't score for the Panthers, but a 66 will for the Hurricanes. And round 4. If the Panthers don't score here, it's over. And a D34 will not score, so the Hurricanes will win that one 4-3 in a shootout. And our last game for this block, Stars and the Flames. Stars I46, that is 3. Flames F11 is a goose egg, and the Stars will win that game by a final score of 3-0. And that will do it for Block 2 of this 2009-10 hockey season replay. As I mentioned, later this afternoon, we'll be over at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois for Inside the Crease Hockey. as we will have the Chicago Blackhawks hosting the Colorado Avalanche. As for what else is scheduled on the channel, Saturday, Mystical Munchies will start out of the Exquisite Exandria cookbook as we make the appetizer, garlicky mayonnaise, and fries. Sunday, we'll be playing Talon by GMT Games, and Wednesday next week, we are playing... What are we playing Wednesday? Oh, we're playing D100 Space, so we're getting our dungeon crawl on in space. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The San Jose Sharks hold on to defeat the Los Angeles Kings at home by a final score of 2-1. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys later this afternoon.